Hi everyone, look what I have here. This is a first for me. I've never subscribed to the Sketchbox, and I never did because I thought it was a little too pricey for what it was. I thought the value wasn't the best, but I got a good deal and I thought I'd give it a shot. So here you have the artwork that's done by Miriam Kapara. And we shall see what's in this box today. So we start with a Staedtler Lumograph a sharpener. And then we have some artwork by Angelita Martinez from Seattle, Washington. And this is the menu. A blender pencil by Staedtler. So if I'm not mistaken, this should not be white. It's probably pigment free. We'll see. Does that mean that we have colored pencils in this box? It's very possible. Let's see what else. Here you go. We have Sketchbox Signature colored pencils. Easily dry blends without smudging. Soft scratch-free application. High color concentration. All right. There's quite a few in this box. Let's see. There's 12 of them. They all look pretty earthy as far as the colors are concerned. So look forward to trying them out. I like the little tube. It's really cute. More pencils. Plenty of pencils. There's a Derwent Chroma Flow, and actually there's two of them. I think those are fairly new. They're more of a studio type of quality. I've got a blush pink and a magenta, which could be great for skin tones. There's two luminance pencils by Carandage. These are really good quality. And there's a, let's see, oh that's right, Herculaneum Red and Anthraquinone Carmine. That's the only thing that I don't like with the luminance pencils. It's just I always have a hard time reading the names because the font is not very good and it's very squished. So, but that's really nothing because those pencils are really good. And we have a Derwent pencil eraser. I have been using pencil erasers lately by Faber-Castell, and I hope it's just as good. And I like that there's a little brush on the back. All right, what else do we have? We have some Rembrandt toned mystical blue and industrial gray paper. Ooh, it's a Sketchbox exclusive. I love toned paper, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Colored pencils on toned paper. And a Sketchbox sticker. If you're a color pencil fan, this is a great box for you. You get to try these two kinds of pencils plus the Sketchbox pencils. Although I'm not sure if these are sold separately. I don't think so, but it's still nice to have. Alright, let's see if there is a challenge at all. No, there is no theme or anything, so you can do anything you want with all these supplies. So I'm going to test them out and then I'll draw something with them. Before I did anything, I sharpened everything. I sharpened all the pencils, I sharpened the blender pencil, and I also sharpened the eraser pencil. So of course I used the Staedtler sharpener, and while the design is great, I really like sharpeners that have big tubs like that. The blade is not very sharp at all, and it was very tough getting a nice point, and it was just catching the wood of the pencils. So after 2-3 pencils, I gave up on the sharpener and I used one of my comb sharpeners. The blade is so much sharper and so much easier to sharpen that way. So I took 2 pages out of the little block we got, one of each color, and I did my swatches. I wanted to see what all the pencils look like on both colors. So I did my swatches and they look pretty good on both colors. A lot of the colors stood out nicely. For the Sketchbox Signature pencils, I had to push a little harder to make them stand out, but they looked fine. I was not very impressed with the Staedtler blender pencil. It could be because of the paper. It could be because of the colored pencils I was using. I'm not sure. I'll have to test it more with other colored pencils and other papers. The brush eraser is awesome. It erased all the pencils, and the soft brush at the end of the pencil is nice and soft and does a great job. What I like with eraser pencils is that you can sharpen them, but you have to use a sharp sharpener, otherwise it kind of rips the tip of it and you cannot get a fine point. This one works pretty well with a good sharpener. Not with the Staedtler sharpener, it doesn't work very well with that one. So by looking at the 2 papers and the swatches on both papers, I decided to use the gray color because of the reference photo that I chose. I thought it would look better on that. The colors would stand out best. And I used one of the signature pencils to sketch it, and it was really nice to sketch with it. The pencil really glides on the paper, and it's very easy to make marks with it, so I really enjoyed sketching with this pencil. But when it came down to adding colors to my sketch, I had a very difficult time. It started with the butterfly when I used a black pencil to start coloring it and adding all the details. I just couldn't get a very dark black, so I get frustrated a bit with this. So I started coloring the flower instead to see if I would get a better result. And it worked fine with the Derwent Chroma Flow or the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. These are very pigmented and it's pretty easy to layer them. Now when it came to the signature colored pencils, oh my gosh, I struggled so much. They just don't layer. You can put one layer down and maybe a second one, but that's about it. They don't mix. The green that I had in the pack didn't show much on the paper, so I decided that I was going to add some yellow and blue to make a brighter green, and they didn't show at all. They do not blend, they do not mix, they do not layer. It was really hard, and I did not have fun at all coloring this drawing. I actually had planned on drawing another butterfly on the top of the paper, but I didn't even bother because I was not having fun and I just wanted to be done with it. On the tube that holds the colored pencils, it says easily dry blends without smudging. Well, there's no blending at all involved. You can't blend anything. Then it says soft, scratch-free application. This is absolutely true. It's pretty soft, but it's mostly wax. There's no pigment in it, or there's not very, the payload is terrible. And in high color concentration, this is not true. It really isn't. So I tried them on white paper because I thought maybe it's just the paper, who knows. And using it on white paper, they stand out a little bit more, but you still can't add very many layers and you still can't blend them. So to me, it is the pigmentation of the pencils for sure. So I was very disappointed with them. Originally, I was very excited about this box because it's very well curated. Everything should work well together. But first, the sharpener is very scratchy and I'm afraid to damage my pencils by using it. Second, the blender. And I tried the blender later on another paper with a Prismacolor pencil. The core is very hard, and even though it's wax based, it should have blended really well with the Prismacolor pencil, which is wax based as well, and it didn't do much at all. It's just too hard. And then finally, the Sketchbox Signature colored pencils. While they're really nicely packaged, I really like the box. The color range was pretty neat too. I'm very disappointed because they're just not very good at all. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.